Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome. We are starting the week 11th today, and it is about enlivening the heart. So every week we're adding little by little from where we started from the base, and we started off with centering of the heart. And now we have reached a stage where we are going to enliven the heart. And we'll see what the difference is and how we are simply adding that tiny bit of touch to what we are already doing. And still we are making a huge leap. And almost every day we are reminding the basics of what Babaji is teaching us, what he has shared with us. That God knows everything, and every law of nature is part of that thought of God which created everything. That is, even from the tiniest part of the interaction of molecules, which we cannot see, and also the ones that we always talk about as our daily greeting about the seasons, the changes in the seasons, the states of the physical matter, the spiritual world, the gravity and time, or be it the nature of love, the purpose of mankind, the balance of nature, the galaxies, or anything that you name. And that came about from the thought of God. And God knows it all, and He knows it all consciously. Sometimes we feel that we know things, but we don't realize. And we talk about something. And how do we do that? Because we know it unconsciously. So now we are going to make that slight correction within ourselves. We know that we are the extension of God's omniscience, right? If God knows everything, then you also know everything. You are the same one, or you are that one and the same thought of God. Maybe it's part of it or the whole thought. And that's the differentiation we're trying to make. That everything in that thought of God is there for you to know and think. Okay? If you think you're a drop and the God is the ocean, God is reminding you that you are the ocean. You are everything in that thought. There is for you to know and think. And you only need to tune into that thought and ask whatever you want to know. Just be with it. And connect, be unified. And then get your answers for everything. Okay. And he has beautifully explained as to how we can differentiate and correct ourselves. We often think that we make mistakes and we wonder what we should do, what our course of action should be for our wisest of the interest or so as not to make mistakes, right? We constantly ask everyone we meet saying that, hey, I'm doing this. What is your advice? And Babaji is reminding us there is no need to guess or fumble in anything that we need to do or we wish to do. There is no mistakes. And only thing what he is saying is that any kind of suffering arises when we are not tapping into that vast knowledge that we have. And the suffering results from mistakes. And mistakes are not taking and using the knowledge that is yours. So we have miss and takes. And he's saying, again, I'm going to repeat, that the suffering results from the mistakes, and mistakes are not taking and using the knowledge that is yours. So, in other words, you miss the take, mistakes. So, anytime in future, when you think you're not doing something right or making a mistake, remind yourself what that word mistake really means. And let's all start taking that knowledge from the vastness that is easily available for us by just being in tune with this vast knowledge. So there is no excuse for errors or suffering or simply not living your life to the fullest. You know your origin and you know you share in God's all-knowingness. Now that we know that we are in tune with our fine higher self and the source of all knowledge, with such awareness, everything that we do is perfect, is correct. So you may not realize or you may not intellectually understand everything that is there for us to know. And why is it? Because the intellect is only a tiny part of it, of our vastness. We are vast. And we identify ourselves mostly with that intellect that we have in our head, while the connection to all intelligence is in our heart. The intellect is limited. It's limited to our experiences in life, our environment, our social, what we are being trained to in our schools, our home, our society. And that intellect assumes that we are a separate and lone being. And that's what Babaji calls it as a fantasy. And he reminds us that the heart does not feel fantasy. It is your connection to your whole self, to all intelligence, and to all truth. It leads you to right action, to fulfillment, to success, and back to wholeness. And that's why this week is emphasis on enlivening your heart. And so what do we do? What is it that we're doing different? to enliven our heart. Okay. So he's asking us to split our week. And the first day this week, you are to write out the creating formula to do that. We have done that. Last week we did the creating formula. Now we are familiar. We've memorized what the creating formula is. But this week also we continue to do that. We write down the creating formula to enliven the heart. And what is it that we do? What is it, the difference? The part where we are saying, we are claiming, we make that slight change for the rest to claim our purpose, that is enlivening the heart. So we have to say, I claim now that I enliven and empower my heart to bring me my all-knowing intelligence. I'm going to repeat that exact words. I claim now that I enliven and empower my heart to bring me my all-knowing intelligence. So use your quiet period to discover what those thoughts you have that inhibit your heart from opening up to all knowledge, and deal with those thoughts in the fourth section of the formula, that is our thoughts, and also the forgiveness associated with this, the next one. Then after you have written the formula in your heart, make sure you're comfortable and familiar with each of the section. You want to repeat it easily without paper going forward, and at least each day of the week. And one of the important things, again, being repeated when you're doing that today, to center in your heart when you're saying this, and think of the formula. Okay. And feel that in you. Saying is one thing and feeling is completely different. And there's some activity, interesting activity that he is teaching us to connect with the kinetic signal from a higher self. Okay, we keep asking, we have doubt. We say, hey, you get that intuition, but you're not very clear. Am I right? Am I getting this intuition or this thought? But again, we doubt ourselves. So this week, he's going to teach you a technique of actually validating if it is what you have intuition that you have received is correct or not. Okay. Remember that most of the time we get that intuition and we have this butterfly in our stomach, or like nervousness, or we have sweaty palms. And that's something actually we think that, oh, it's just a nervousness. But those are the messages actually we are getting from our higher selves. We don't realize that. Okay. So we may not like some of these signals because we may think that, oh, it is too obvious for people in front of us. So what we can do is we can ask our higher selves to give us a completely different signal. Okay. So what we will ask is specifically for yes and no, right? So sit comfortably with your head and spine very vertical, because we are going to use our head this week. If anyone feels comfortable, does not feel comfortable with this, feel free to ask for any other signal, and settle down with your attention in your heart and get your higher self signal, and communicate for as long as possible. So what you say to get that is that, dear higher self name, my higher self, please give me a yes signal by rotating my head from right to left 3 times. Okay, so this is a kinetic signal. So you're sitting up straight with your eyes closed, centering in the heart, and you're asking for the signal for yes. So here in this exercise, we're going to ask for the head to rotate. It can go left like this, 1, 2, and 3. If you get that, okay, it's a yes, a signal. So trust me, everyone gets. It's just that we have to allow ourselves to receive. We can ask for something, but if we do not allow ourselves to receive it and accept that signal, we may face some challenges. So allow yourself with that, for that yes signal. Similarly, at that time you sit as long as time you want to receive that signal, and again for the no signal also you can say similarly, saying that, dear my higher self name, my higher self, please give me a no signal by rotating my head to the right, to left once. Okay, for the first time, for the yes, we are asking for the head to rotate 3 times to the left, and for no, we are asking once. Okay, and keep in mind, initially you can just do that. Later on, you can mix and match and ask for those signals in different orders, just so that you are comfortable. You just have to need to make sure that you are comfortable with that signal. And this week is only to practice the signals. Do not ask for questions that are to be answered by the signal yet. We will do it at later stages. Just get them strongly perfected so you can read that yes and no signal easily. Okay, and throughout the week, simply be aware that your heart is opening. Trust your feelings, act on them. Your creating formula is enlivening and empowering your heart. That is a connection to God's thoughts, which is all knowing. Its input will be in the feelings of the heart. Okay, and simply enjoy this entire process. This is generic, so let's first make our foundation very strong before we actually applying it to our practical application. So with this, let's go into meditation. Close your eyes. Make yourself comfortable. Let me know if the music is too loud. As I mentioned, this week, since we are working on the connecting signal, try not to relax your head. Sorry, the right word is not lean your head against anything, and keep your spine vertically aligned, but at the same time relaxed. If you need help, take 3 deep breaths so you may relax your entire body, shoulders, back. Let's take this deep breath once, all the way in. Fill your stomach. Hold and let it go very slowly and gently. If you need to stretch a little bit, your arms, neck, take this opportunity to relax those parts. Let's breathe one more time. Deeper. Feel it go to your entire body, your back, lower back, stomach, arms, legs. Hold. Gently release. As you breathe out, feel your arms, shoulders, neck, relaxing each muscle. Last time, fill yourself with this beautiful energy. Fill your stomach fully. Hold and relax. Relax your head, top of your head, forehead, eyebrows, back of your head, eyes, eyelids, cheeks, your jaws, feel each one of them relaxing. If needed for additional help, breathe to your entire head and feel again every muscle. Being on its own and breathing on its own. See your head as if it's its own heart and it's beating. Allowing every cell to go to its meditative state. Let's come down to our neck, shoulders, upper arms, elbow, forearms, palms, all the fingers, and feel the energy flow. Relax your upper back, mid and lower back. Feel it breathe. Feel the entire back breathe. Chest, stomach, the lower part of our abdomen, hips. Allow the divine prana to enter. And energize every cell. Your buttocks, your hip, the thighs, all around your thighs, your knees, calf muscles and shin, ankle, your feet, the soles of your feet, and all your toes. to all uninvited influences in my aura. I send love and light. You are each whole and healed. You are each created as love and light, and you are still love and light. You each feel no pain now, and you are not afraid. You each have a perfect place to go, and I ask my higher self to take you there now. Please live in peace. I close my aura to all except my higher self. God is love. God is light, truth. God is happiness, joy, and bliss. God is all-knowing intelligence. God is everywhere present. God is perfection. God is peace and gentleness. God is infinite energy. God is abundance. God is non-judgmental. I am made in the image of God. I am made with those same qualities that God has. I am one with God. Therefore, I am love, I am light, truth. I am happiness, joy, and bliss. I am all-knowing intelligence. I am also everywhere present. I am perfection. I am peace and gentleness. I am infinite energy. I am abundance. I am non-judgmental. I claim now that I enliven and empower my heart to bring me my all-knowing intelligence. I claim now that I enliven and empower my heart to bring me all-knowing intelligence. And I accept my enlivened and empowered heart that brings me all-knowing intelligence. I accept my enlivened and empowered heart that brings me all-knowing intelligence. I heal and release thoughts that am bound to the body. I heal and release thoughts that I'm insignificant and unworthy of God's gifts. I release and heal thoughts that I'm ugly and sickly. I know that I'm everywhere present, free, beautiful, perfect, and worthy of all my Father has for me. I now also release and heal all thoughts I may have that interfere with my self-acceptance, known or unknown, conscious or unconscious. My thoughts are now one with, the same as, and in tune with God's thoughts. I recognize that no one can hurt me without my invitation, knowing that I forgive everyone who has seemingly ever hurt or trespassed against me. I now realize that there is, in truth, nothing to forgive. My heart is in a state of forgiveness, a state of forgiving love. I thank God for my enlivened heart. I release this claim of enlivened heart to God and to the natural laws of creation. My claim is now created. That is the nature of natural law. Amen. Let us get our signals for yes and no. So if you are rested your head onto anything, please sit erect, free of any obstruction. My dear higher self, please give me a yes signal by rotating my head from right to left 3 times. My dear higher self, please give me a yes signal by rotating my head from right to left 3 times. Let us ask a signal for no. My dear higher self, please give me a no signal by rotating my head from right to left once. With gratitude in our hearts to the Masters, to Mavdar Babaji, and all the Gurus, let us come back to our bodies. Those who wish to continue to meditate, please do so. Gently wriggle your toes, your fingers, and your body. Bring back your awareness to your body. Gently rub your hands together and gently place them over your eyes. Five, four, 3, 2, 1. You may open your eyes now. You may ask for any signal. You do not always necessarily need to have your head rotated. If you feel you need any specific, or if you're not comfortable with the given signal that is given to you, please ask for a signal that is more in tuned for your liking. So ask both for yes and no for your customized signal. I really hope everyone has received your signal, and even if you have not today, please practice every day, and that will help you. Yes, Ashaji?
Master, I got lost in meditation, but I only heard your words when you said, please ask for a signal, yes. But I didn't know, I went deep into the meditation. So when you said my head started rotating for yes signal, when you said 3 times, it stopped. So I thought it's already rotated 3 times, so it stopped. So I didn't know what was the signal for yes, and when you said no, it did not.
Yeah, so this time we didn't ask for anything, any question. We are simply asking for a signal of yes and no. It's just like a signboard. If you're playing a card or anything, we say, this is the yes card, this is the no card. So it is just showing the sign. We have not asked for any, and this week we are not going to ask for any specific question. So
Oh,
it is
okay.
it's a simple signal for yes and no.
Oh, okay. Okay, Master. All day I was kept asking some question to somebody that was lingering in me for a very long time. I just thought of that. Is it okay to think of, from the higher self?
Yeah, so what Babaji is advising is, until we perfect our yes and no signal, not to ask. Otherwise, we will have more doubts in ourselves and we may question the process. So to segregate that and not bring any doubt, first perfect that signal of your yes and no. Once you've perfected, then this is my yes, this is my no.
Okay,
And
Master.
after that, ask for any question.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. This itself is like a beautiful blessing. So thank you so much. Thank you to Babaji and Masters.
Thank you, Ashaji. Anyone else have any question? Or you want to share your experience?
Chandraji, thank you for the session. It's amazing. Very well summarized and well guided. I want to stress on this S and no signal. So everyone, you must master this S no signals, because the upcoming practices depends on this S and no signal. Because we're going to ask a lot of questions to higher self, and higher self will give yes or no in the form of the signal. So I request everybody, do it like multiple times in a day and make sure you're very comfortable and getting it right. Thank you, Chandra.
Thank you, Sudhakar. Yeah, I would want to stress again the point that I made. Do not ask for any specific question this week. Just let's understand what that yes and no for us is, and then only ask for the question. Yes, Vaishnaviji.
Chandra madam, thank you. Thank you for the wonderful session. I have a question about one of the previous lessons. When during the lesson, when we asked for a signal for an uninvited influence, I received the message that it would come in the form of a thought. And that has been working okay. But last week I had a situation where I did not get that signal. So should I practice that session once again to ask for a different type of signal for the uninvited influence, or should I continue to practice that same signal? Can you please recommend something?
So if you have already received a signal and that has been working for you for some time, and then you just missed once, then I would say that it is your signal. You don't try to get something else when you already have it. It just didn't work once. It's maybe you're not being aware, you're distracted.
I was not. It was
Yes.
more clouded with a lot of emotions. It was a very unusual situation that usually doesn't happen. So how do I perfect that more? The same signal.
So normally what we do is we think that only while sitting in meditation, that's when we meditate, and that's when we have got to be aware. That's where we have to practice. All our good deeds happen only when we have closed our eyes. But we should start transforming ourselves. We should start transforming to be in awareness, to be in oneness, and to be connected every moment.
Okay.
And when we are at that stage, then we will not miss.
I get it. I get it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the question. I'm sure it'll help others too. And thank you for everyone for the lovely words that you're sharing in the chat.
And Chandraji, for Vaishnavi's question and for others, let's say you are not sure whether you have the uninvited influences or not, you are not getting a signal about uninvited influences. If you're not sure, just clear your aura. That's as simple as that, because it doesn't take much time to clear aura. You don't need to sit in meditation. You don't have to close your eyes. Whatever you're doing, the clearing aura and closing aura does not need much time. By this time, you know already how to center in the heart. And you can just say those words and feel it. And that should help you.
Thank you, Sudhakar Garu. That day, when after that situation, I tried that and I felt a lot better. I was able to sense that I had those uninvited influences, but sometimes when I get that thought, okay, this is an uninvited influence, I was able to stop. But in that situation, I was not able to stop because of all those flooded emotions. Clearing the aura after that helped, but during that situation I couldn't. But thank you, that helps a lot. Thank you.
Yes, Jagannathan ji.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
If you want to do multiple times in a day, directly go ask for my sitting in a calm time, just 5 to 10 minutes. Shall I ask this signal directly, or I have to go through all this meditation process?
I think I explained last time too, like for some of them, it may take a little bit time to go in that space of deep connection, and some of them may not need much time. So you do not need to go do every step all the time. If you're able to just with that fraction of a second, just that little thought, you're able to go into that space, you can go straight to asking for that question.
Okay. Otherwise, I have to use these steps?
Yes. So if someone is not doing it regularly and they are filled with emotions or distracted,
Okay.
it may take a little bit time. But if you are consistently doing and you are in that space,
Okay.
then you may need not do the entire process. You can
Okay,
simply
thank you.
ask. Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Okay. Thank you, everyone. Continue to practice and have a wonderful weekend. Take care.
Thank
Okay.
you, Chandraji. Thank you,
Yes.
Nanda.
Deeptiji, you have a question?
Yes, ma'am. So when you said your head will rotate right to left 3 times, so my head rotated, but I don't know if I did it consciously or if it happened. I mean, subconsciously. I'm not sure if it's a signal or I did it myself. So because when you said no, whenever you said yes to 3 times, my head did rotate, and when you said no, like I didn't have that thing to rotate. So how to is it did I do it or is it from the is it a signal?
Yeah, it's natural to doubt. Just keep those doubts aside because it's very difficult for us to accept that these things can happen. And that's why we bring those doubts forward. So trust in this process and accept that whatever is happening through the divine intervention, and you are indeed getting that signal.
Yeah, when you said first time you'll get a signal, then my phone also rang just once. So and even my head did rotate. So I was thinking this is the signal from higher self because I had 2 confirmations. So I am thinking it is a signal. But when you said no, then I didn't feel like rotating. So there I got the doubt whether I wantedly, I don't want it to happen. No, so whether I'm doing it wantedly. But
Yeah, it's natural. Sometimes we may recognize the doubt, sometimes we don't recognize the doubt. So that may have influenced you accepting the no signal, and you may have consciously stopped yourself from rotating.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's natural. So
Okay.
trust that if you have received the yes signal, you will also receive the no signal.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful weekend. Okay. Take care.